So you're making a movie, and you want it to end with a big explosion. I'm Brian Show for BombasticEntertainment.com, and today I'm going to show you how I created that very effect for our latest short film, Soul Survivors. So if you haven't seen it, the link is in the video description. And I do highly recommend you check it out because I'm about to seriously spoil the crap out of one of the coolest parts of the whole movie. So again, if you haven't seen it, it's cool. I'll wait. You're not going... Oh, you've seen it. All right, cool. All right. Roll the thing.
Well, somehow we ended up out of the woods and ended up somewhere we should not have been.
Oh my God. Man on the range! Ceasefire! Ceasefire! Pretty sweet, huh? We did this effect in 3 stages. The first stage, where the characters run into the field, was largely practical, and for that, I used airsoft grenades. Basically, airsoft grenades are cylinders of CO2 inside of a plastic shell. When you pull the pin, the cylinder is punctured, releasing the air inside, causing the plastic to swell and pop, and it makes a pretty loud bang. I took a couple of these grenades, filled them with about that much baby powder, so when the compressed air broke the shell, the baby powder read on camera like a cloud of smoke. The flashes were layered in afterwards.
Smells nice.
Now, there is an element of danger here, and even though this is a consumer product, you don't want your actors to be right on top of these things.
That's so close.
Because, surprise, they blow up. So everyone involved has to treat them with the same respect as any similarly dangerous firecracker. And even with the actors at a safe distance, you don't know what way the plastic shell may or may not fly. So for those reasons, I don't recommend you ever attempt this. Seriously, don't do it. There is a 100% safe way to fake explosions without any danger to anyone at all, and that's by using stock footage like we did for stage 2. I had to fall back on this because when it came time for our big boom, the airsoft grenade was a dud.
Go. Like, okay, God, let me have it.
Yes.
Cut.
Double, triple checked.
So that's another reason why you shouldn't go the grenade route. Not only are they unpredictable, they don't always work. So instead, pulling this off was pretty simple. First, have your actors stand in the shot, then do their thing, and then ask them to leave so you can get a clean plate. Okay, get out of the frame. Now edit the two together at the point where you want the explosion to happen, and then layer your stock fire and smoke assets over the top of that. And then to marry everything together, I just added a little bit of reactive light to the scene with a lens flare effect, and then keyframe the scale and the brightness to the look that I wanted. Now, I'm not going to go into the techniques of layering stock assets since a lot of that stuff is largely done to taste, but I will say Google's your friend. Look up some actual footage of what you're trying to recreate and then dial in your virtual look to match actual photography as much as possible. So look at things like reactive light, the bloom of glow, what the exposure's doing, thickness, levels of smoke, things like that. And the better an eye you develop for that stuff, the better your digital stuff will look. Now for stage 3, flying into the woods. In order to fully sell the idea that Skullface was getting blowed up, we needed to show some consequence from the explosion of the previous wide shot. This was done in one shot without cutting, but in 3 passes. For the first pass, we put safety pads on the actor and just had him throw himself backwards as far as he could. When he hits the ground, the camera which was locked down on a tripod, was whip panned into our pre-planned stopping position. Then, still rolling, I went into the woods with a light stand and just raked it across the trees to create some movement. Layering all of these together using the wizardry of Adobe After Effects, I rotoscoped the actor during his jump, animated his flight path on top of the whip pan, and when he hits the tree line, I used the clip of the trees moving, so altogether it creates the illusion he's actually getting thrown backwards by the power of the blast that isn't there. And by showing the trees move, it looks like he's actually interacting with the forest, so it kind of ties the whole thing together. I always find whenever you can add a practical element to a digital effect, it really helps sell the reality of the moment. So little things like that can go a long way to helping sell your shot. Now this is just one way of doing this. There's about a million others, and they all depend on what you need for your film. So hopefully you can see how some of the ideas and techniques here might apply to your project. And really, I encourage you to experiment and do your own thing, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to take your work to that next level. So think about this as less of a tutorial and more of an example showing you what's possible. So that's it. I hope you guys liked Soul Survivors. We had a blast making it. So thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. It would really help us out. And don't forget to check out bombasticentertainment.com to see what we're up to.